This is for Year 12 methods. It comes out of 1E, composite functions, question number 8 in 1E. So we're going to show that fog doesn't exist. So let's find the domain and range. So the domain of F and the range of F, the domain of G, the range of G. The domain of F is -infinity to 3 because it's a restricted domain. And the domain of G is all real numbers. Now in G's case, it's a parabola that goes through -1, it's been moved down 1, so its range will be -1 to infinity, inclusive of -1. In F's case, I've got a straight line that goes through at 3 and has a gradient that is negative, but the restricted domain is it finishes at 3, so it finishes here, so the graph will look like this. 3 minus 3 is 0. So its range is 0 to infinity, inclusive of 0. Now I've got to show that fog doesn't exist or it's not defined, and that would be because the range of the inside, the range of G, does not fit inside the domain of F. Now the range of G is this, -1 to infinity, and the domain of F is -infinity to 3. And that doesn't fit. So there's my answer. That's why it's not defined. Now I need to change G so that it does fit. Now the problem I have with G is that it's not the -1 that won't fit in, because -1 beautifully fits in, but that the range goes too high, it goes up to infinity, and the biggest number that I can put in is 3. So if I have a little look at the graph of G, at the moment the range goes from -1 all the way up to infinity. And to fit into this thing, it's got to go from -1 and stop at 3. So if I could put a limit across at 3 and restrict the domain of G so that it doesn't exceed 3. So 3 equals x squared minus 1, 4 equals x squared, x equals plus or minus 2. So if I went from -2 to 2 on G, so if I come back up here, and instead of having a range of R, I go -2 to 2, then the range of this will go from here to here. It will go from -1 up to 3. -1 to 3. And then -1 to 3 would fit inside the domain, so then it would work. So to find the restriction on G, the restriction on G is that G needs to go from -2 to 2. And then its range, which is -1 to 3, will then fit inside the domain of F.